Hey everyone, this is Certified High Performance Coach Michelle Weimer here, and welcome to today's Facebook Live. So today, what we're talking about is how to free up your life. And what I mean by that is, how to really free up your busyness, your schedule, your to-do list, so that you can be certain you are doing things that you love, that bring you joy in your life, so you have time to rest and relax, and so that you're not just constantly busy doing, but really loving some of the things that you're doing in your life. So, if the secret to happiness is freedom, then the secret to freedom is courage. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that and how you can have the courage to say no to things that are not fulfilling your life, so that you can say yes to some of the things that do. Now, I get it. I know that sometimes we have things we just must do, right? I use this example all the time. I don't like to wash dishes, but I do like to eat on clean plates. So sometimes there are tasks that we just must do in order to have the outcome that we want. So let's just dive in, and I'm going to explain to you how you can really get clear on making sure that you're putting things into your life, into your schedule, into your to-do list that matter, so that you can feel fulfilled and happy and joyful with what you're doing. So as I mentioned, we've kind of become a society of busyness, of being busy all of the time. And, admittedly, I'm super busy. Like my family schedule, we're crazy busy. But the difference between being busy and loving everything you're doing, having a full schedule and a full life, and just being busy because either you don't know how to say no to people or to things that don't fit for you, or maybe, for some people, they fill their schedule because they feel like the more they have to do and the more they're involved in and the more they're doing, the more value they have to who they are. So there's a sense of identity that's associated with being busy that sometimes can give us a false positive when it comes to, should I say yes to doing this? And people just keep saying, oh, yes, doing more and more and more, because they feel like if they're busier and they have more to do, more places to go, more on their to-do list, more on their schedule, that they are better people or they have a better quality of life. But that's not always the case. Quantity and quality are two very, very different things. So how do you figure out what you want to be saying yes to and what you need to be saying no to? And the reality is, when we say yes to something, it does mean we are saying no to other things at the exact same time. So if you're saying yes to too many things, and it's causing you to say no to some things that are really important to you or things you love because you don't end up having the time, or you're just so super busy you can't even enjoy what you're doing, then you're not going to feel fulfilled. You're going to feel exhausted and overwhelmed, but you're not going to feel fulfilled and happy. So how do you figure out what's a yes and what's a no? There are some simple questions you can ask yourself when you're getting ready to embark on a new project, going somewhere, adding something to your schedule or your to-do list. You want to ask, first of all, why are you doing it? So if the reason why you're doing it has to do with the fact that you don't know how to say no to someone, that's a huge red flag. That's not a good reason to do something. If the reason that you're doing it is because you want to, because you really think you'll enjoy what it is you're doing, then okay, that's a yes. The second question is, why and who does it benefit? So now this one, okay, the reason why this question is in there is because sometimes why we do something isn't necessarily for us, but we see value in it benefiting others. And because of that, because we are very committed to the benefit of someone else, we're okay with saying yes to that. For example, I say yes a lot to my girls and their athletic schedules. Now, it doesn't directly benefit me in respect that I'm not getting the exercise of the benefit, but it benefits them. And in turn, because part of my value, part of what's important to me is taking care of my girls, doing things that make them happy. When they're happy, I feel happy. It brings me joy. That's part of my purpose in life. And we're going to get to that concept of purpose in a minute. So anyway, I see the benefit for them, and therefore I'm more likely to want to say yes to whatever it is we're doing that benefits them, because indirectly that benefits me. The third question, is it really worth your time and energy? And, I've talked about this before, that if time were a currency and you only had so much of it to spend, how would you spend it? And would you be making certain that you're spending it on the things that are most valuable to you? Or are you just spending it randomly, willy-nilly? So if you're thinking in terms of your time and energy and the value and the importance that those things have, then you have to say, when you're considering something, is this worth my time and energy? The fourth question to ask is, this was where the purpose statement comes in. Is this in alignment with your life's purpose and what's important to you? In other words, what you value most in life. And if you're not clear on what you value most, then I would encourage you to really think through that, spend some time on that, journaling on it, and get very clear about what's important to you and what you value most in your life. So I know exactly what my top values are and what's most important to me. And, being there for my girls, giving them a great experience in their life. Athletics are something they love and they thrive at. And so that becomes a very high priority in terms of what we're doing. And the thing is, we're super busy. Like, we're always on the go. We're always at tournaments, games, practices, whatever. But I love every minute at it. And I feel very fulfilled because it's part of my life's purpose, being their parent, and the value that we have in their participation in athletics and what that experience brings to them. So it's easy to say yes to those things because it fits and it's in alignment with my purpose, with what's most important to me, and with what I value. And then the last question is, what is the outcome you're looking for? And this one's really important because back to that statement of, sometimes we have to do things we don't always love doing. No one really likes to do dishes. No one that I know of really loves to do laundry. No one really likes to clean their house or wash their car or even put gas in it. But we like the outcome that those things bring. I know some people who struggle with enjoying exercise. They don't really like to exercise, but they want a certain outcome. They want to feel good. They want to have energy. And the reason they want to have those things is so they can live a more fulfilled life, so they can have the energy to play with their kids or be more active or do more things or live a long life so they can watch their children grow up. When we get clear about those whys and those things that are important to us, and we know the outcome we want, then it's easier to say yes to those pieces and those tasks that come into play along the lines of getting to that desired outcome. So knowing what the outcome is you're looking for helps you determine if that task or that thing that you're going to add to your to-do list is going to help you reach that outcome. And if that's a yes, great, then keep it on your list and get it done. If it's a no, get it off. It's not worth it. So that's where the courage piece comes in, is having the courage to say no to things that do not serve you or your desired outcome or your life's purpose, the things that you value and what's important to you. If it's something that needs to be done, but it's not necessarily for you to do, delegate it. If it's not something that fits in alignment with those questions that I just had you ask or have you poison to yourself, then drop it, get rid of it. Or if someone's asking you a question or asking you to do something that's not in alignment with those questions, then that's where having the courage to say no comes into play. And I know for some people it's really hard because you might be a people pleaser, you hate to say no to others, you don't want to offend somebody or hurt somebody's feelings if you don't reply to them right away, or if you say no to their request. But other people's agenda doesn't have to be your own. And that's where you can really get into trouble and you start filling your life up with things that don't fit in alignment with what's really going to make you happy and fulfilled in your life. So ask yourself these questions the next time something comes up, whether it's an opportunity that seems great or someone's asking you to do something, or it's something that's been on your to-do list for a long, long time, take a look at it, ask yourself these questions, and then decide if you're ready to do it, if you need to delegate it, if you need to dump it all together, and if it's just time to start saying no to more things that don't fit, so that you can start saying yes to the things that really do fit into your life. So this is Certified High Performance Coach Michelle Weimer again. Thank you for joining me today. If you're struggling with how to say no to things that don't fit for you, how to say no to other people, if you're struggling with having the courage to do that, if you're just not sure, if you don't have the clarity as to what is your life's purpose or what are your goals or the outcomes you desire in your life, I would love to help you. And so for a limited time, I've opened up my strategy sessions again. I want to invite you to come and join me. Let's have a call together. I'm going to give you a full hour, maybe even longer, where we can sit together, sit virtually, by the way. It will be a phone call where we'll work together to determine a strategy for you. I want to offer you that opportunity to have a strategy session so we can really help you get some clarity, so you can have clearer focus, you can be more productive, have more energy and more time for the things you love. So the link for that's going to be in this post with this video today. It's just simply michelleweimer.com/free session. Go there, sign up, let's talk, and let's get you to really feeling that you have the freedom to have happiness in your life. Till next time, thanks for joining me today. Bye for now.